Greetings everyone once again. We are going to make part 2, and this is going to be really fast, of my picket repair for my fence. If you remember in part 1, when I got done, the picket was too short. We'll show you that in a minute. So I had to go back, I had to find the original people that installed it, and yes, there has been a big manufacturing change in the fence, the height of the pickets, and the rails. So they had to custom cut new pickets for me because my pickets are 63 3/4 inches long. And the new fences that they're coming out with these days are 60 1/4 inches long, the pickets. So you got to be real careful about that when you buy these. If they change the manufacturing and your fence breaks, it can become real tough to try to find the necessary parts to repair them. So what I have discovered is, and then when I asked why that happened, they just said they figured out that they could make the pickets a little bit wider, maybe just a touch, make the actual plastic picket itself a little bit thicker. That would overall give it more strength, which then allowed them to make the pickets a little bit shorter. I don't get it because a 6x8 is a 6x8. But anyway, what I need to do before I can get this to go in is I have to, if you can see right here, it's a little bit long, so I'm going to have to chop this off and then slide it in the fence, and hopefully everything will work. So step 1, we're going to mark the difference in height right here. That's the reason why I saved my old picket that was damaged. Then I'll take that and I will go to the chop saw real quick and we'll cut this off. Other tools you need are obviously the 2 fence posts tab depressors that we built the last time. If you want to know what these are, in part 1 you saw these being made. This is just to help get the top rail out. And you can never do these projects without a nice hot cup of coffee. Get my piece on the chop saw here. Maybe just a skosh on the long side. And that is a technical term, skosh. That's all I needed to remove. Now, just to make sure I did everything the right way, let me grab my old picket again. Let's see how well it matches up. Thinking we're right on the money. Now you can see the differences in these pickets. If I get down here and hopefully we can zoom in on this, you can see that this picket's a little bit wider. It's not as narrow as that one. That's where they claim they get their new strength from, is they made the picket just a little bit thicker. So other than that, the picket looks like it's about the same. The tongue, it looks like it's also shaped differently, but we'll slide it in there and see what happens. I also made the statement in my first part 1 video that this was a Croy, which is now Ply Gem, K373. That is not correct. It's actually a Croy. It's about 14 years old. It's a Croy, and it is a 328, not a 373. So let's get both of my caps off. I'm going to keep both caps over here. By the way, it's starting to sleet out here. So I do want to get this done, and I want to get this done in a hurry. All right, nothing on that side. That's good. And now I will remove this guy. That in there, that down there. Slide that guy all the way back. Now, I should be able to turn my attention back here. We will grab my fence rail finger depressors. Get that in there like that. Get both of them set on both sides of the fence. And then, if it's not too cold, I should be able to back this out and not break the tabs. Let me get the string on this side here. There it goes. Good job. I was able to save that. Okay. Make sure put this in my... No. Just trying to see if we can get this to be repaired.
I think you're doing remarkably well.
Before it gets too cold to do it.
Right. That's fast.
Yes, it is. And I don't want to, I want to do it before it gets so cold that I could damage the fence again by, because I'm sure this plastic gets kind of brittle.
Brittle and then snaps, yeah. Well, that floor show is nice and good downstairs there.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it was great.
That took about 19 and a half hours.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Couldn't go there. That's not easy.
Yeah, that was about 320 square feet of flooring.
You won't do that again in a while.
Not for a while.
I've got some of the plastic pieces. You want me to throw those?
Yeah, you can just toss those away. Okay, so I've got both of my metal pieces now on both sides. Those tabs are sandwiched in between there. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Bring it on over here and give it just a little bit of a tug. Get some string on this side. Maybe I better do that a little more lined up. There it goes. Okay. So now we got the top rail out. These things are no longer needed. We will now grab this picket that is too short. Cold weather certainly is reacting on those. And let's see if this one will slide in where that one was, even though it's supposed to be technically thicker and wider. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I will keep my fingers crossed that things will work out the way they should. Well, okay, this one's still just a little bit taller, isn't it? It's good to have it taller than too short. That's the way I see it. Ugh. Let me see if that's not because there's a bunch of debris down inside there that's prohibiting me from actually getting that out of there, or making it seat all the way down like it should. Yeah, it looks like there's a fair amount of mud and other guck down inside here. Yeah, it looks like there's a fair amount of plastic debris inside all this mud. Down inside there. Try to get it to clean some of that out. There we are. Okay. I'm going to try and set this guy back down in there again. There it goes. Now we're even. All that's left to do now is take our first end, set this up and get her kind of even, get it on both sides of the pickets, give it a push. There it goes. Ow. There you go. Set that down on there like that. Now, they're kind of rattling loose here a little bit. I'm gonna make sure it all sits up. this guy to set down on top of all the pickets. Alright. I do have all the pickets sandwiched on both sides, yes? Yes. Okay. I'm going to put my hand here, give it a little push. There we are. And fence is sandwiched. And my picket is now replaced. That's all that took. It's all right. Put a screw back in. Maintain the center point on the post. We're good to go. We'll bring that one a little bit further that way so that everything stays. Now then, give my picket there a little bit of a move. All right, folks. So that was the whole issue. They have changed the manufacturing in the fence. I just have to keep my notes now, and when I go back, just tell them instead of a K373, it's a K328. And I got to make sure I tell them the pickets are tongue and groove, 63 3/4 inches, not the new style that are 60 3/4 of an inch. Because, you know, when you look at it, this picket can pretty much slide right through the opening that my pickets sit in. Why they do that, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I could pretty much just take this picket and slide it right through that opening.